Okay, well, welcome everyone to our October Bazaar Bullet Train team meeting. What a month. We've had quite a few success stories to share, and we will share them tonight as well. First of all, I would like to meet any new consultants that are on this call that joined in either September or joined between, October 1st and today. Is there anyone on this call?
I would like to introduce Brittany Ogle. She hasn't signed up yet, but she will be shortly. She and I have been friends we figured out 10 years the other day. And so she's looking for a little extra cash that works around her full-time job. And she loves our stuff, and she really wants to get on board with the freezer meal workshops. And she already has parties in the works that she hasn't even signed yet. So I'd like to welcome her to the team.
Awesome. Well, welcome, Brittany. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, she pretty much had it. She's right. My heart kind of lies with the freezer meals because I am a full-time mom, full-time employee, and just trying to figure out something that works for everybody.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're excited to have you and looking forward to seeing you do some freezer meal workshops. Okay, so do we have anyone on this call that earned the tablecloth last month? Raise your hands. Who got the tablecloth? Who else? Liz, Troy, Becky? I don't see any hands. Brenna, yay! Awesome.
Yeah, I'm here. I would say Brenna got it. I can't see everybody.
You'll have to
I see
the view.
Raise hand here. Okay, sorry.
Well, congratulations, everyone. Free gifts are always great, right? And a big benefit of our business to getting free goodies to our door and being rewarded for doing our job. So we're going to start with recognition and talking about our bullet train dollars. And actually, before that, I do want to, because this was a big month for all of us, and every single one of you guys on our team has contributed to what we pulled off in September. So I would like to congratulate our new directors, which is Liz, Troy, and Lori. So congratulations, guys. That was amazing. So would you guys mind maybe just for a minute or two sharing why you decided to go for directorship and what that means for you and maybe for you and your team and your family and what helped you get there and maybe some obstacles that you had along the way that you had to deal with. So Troy, do you want to go first?
Okay. Well, I'm super excited to have made director this month, and I've got to say, really, all I did was what my leadership told me to do. So I got on the trainings I was told to do, the PACE calls. When I checked in with Charlie and Claudia about specific issues and they gave me feedback, I just did what they said and implemented things right away. I didn't think, oh, all right, well, maybe I'll try it next month. No. Like games that I needed to play at shows that needed to be changed up, I changed them up immediately and saw immediate effects. And then that kind of started a snowball effect because I got even more excited. And so, when things are going well, it's really easy to continue to get excited and share that. Became more intentional about just conversations I was having, everyday conversations I was having, where I saw opportunities to share the business in a way that would make a difference for the people that I was talking to. A friend of mine who was talking about having gotten laid off of a job and looking not just for income, but for purpose. And that opened up a conversation about joint tempered chef. And yeah, there were just opportunities about people talking about their future and kind of what they want and how they want things to be more flexible. And again, that opened up and these were things that maybe I hadn't thought of before. Like had I had those conversations 3 months ago, I may not have thought, oh, Pampered Chef could make a difference with this. But it was really becoming intentional on seeing how Pampered Chef could make a difference in the conversations I was already having.
Awesome. And you definitely, I mean, you set a goal and there was like no excuses. It was going to happen no matter what. So congratulations. That was awesome.
It's true. Thank you. Thank you. But I have to say that it has everything to do with the support that I had, because I could have set that goal and been left to my own by myself and had things, there were things that came up, there were challenges that came up, and those could have derailed me if I didn't have the support of my leadership. And, you know, Liz and Lori and I feel like we're coming up in this together. Like, you created this atmosphere for us to really support each other. And that has been super, super helpful.
Yes, it's definitely
So
great
I guess
to
it's
set a goal with a buddy.
Another reminder. Yeah, it's definitely a reminder that, you know, yes, we have our own business and we're in our business for ourselves, but we're not by ourselves, which is so important because we have the support we need to help us reach the goals. So I decided I wanted me to do that. And just like, you know, for our team, whether they want to move up that ladder that way, or if their goal is to hold, you know, 2 shows a week or 5 shows a month or whatever it is, you know, I think it's important for us to remember that, you know, that none of us are in this alone.
I just have to say that I'm so proud of Troy, because I remember when Troy signed up when she first joined, that from the very beginning that Troy told me, she's like, well, I want to be a director. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's what I want to do. I was like, all right, well, cool, you know. And so, yeah, it was sort of a bumpy road at first. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but she consistently, you know, just tried and kept on trying again and again. And then eventually it all came together. So I'm just really proud of you, Troy. And yeah, I'm just really proud of you. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Troy. And then we have Liz, who is our fast track director. So if you guys are new and don't know what that is, and you are still in your first 90 days, you are actually eligible for a $500 cash bonus when you promote to director in your first 90 days. So Liz.
Yeah, when I joined in the middle of June, I already knew that we would be moving from upstate New York to the middle of Kansas. And so while I wanted to join and I was excited about joining, I didn't think that I was going to be setting a goal to be director until sometime after the move, when we got settled in and I started meeting people again. But, you know, the stars kind of aligned that one person joined and then another person joined, and then the directorship program that Donna ran for us and the PACE program came up right about time. I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's try. And, you know, there was a lot of hard work. We are in the middle of moving. Like I said, I'm currently at my parents' house between homes. And that has brought its own set of challenges. I just shipped an order to the wrong house, but got that worked out. You know, but it's entirely due to the support of not only Claudia and Donna, but Lori and Troy cheering me on, and you know, everyone on my downline team as well. You know, that I told them that we were going for a directorship team. I let them know what that meant for them, and that, you know, this is a promotion for me, but there's benefits for all of us on the team. And so I didn't want them to feel like, you know, this was just me, you know, because I need all of them and our team to work together to hit this goal. I literally can't do this on my own. because I'm not making $5,000 a month on my own, let me tell you. But it's, once I set that goal, I had Claudia and Donna there 100%. And like what Troy said, I just did what they told me. And I was actually doing some touch base calls with all of my team today, and with a couple different people, I had conversations that, they congratulated me and they were like, "You're doing so great. What are you doing?" I was like, "I do what Claudia tells me to do," because it worked for Donna, it worked for Claudia, and you can see it's working for me. So I'm just following the plan. And that we don't, the same conversation that we don't stand alone, that I love, we're a team, that we work our own business, but we recognize that there's a team that we have to support as well. We're not out trying to, get business from one another or, discourage someone else from being as great as they can be, because ultimately it makes all of us better.
Awesome. Thank you. And Donna actually makes fun of me because I just say, I do what Tana tells me to do, and it works. So just surround yourself with successful people, right? And listen to them, and you will achieve your dreams, definitely. And then we have Lori. So Lori, do you want to share your story? Oh, wait, I do want to add, because a lot of times people change why they start Paper Chef, right? So they might start as a, don't laugh, she's already laughing because she knows it's coming. So just as an example, Lori just joined for the discount, okay? I had to basically force her to join. And when I did her launch party, she was like, "I do not want any bookings. Like, do not give me bookings. If people book parties, you're going to do their parties. I'm not doing parties," okay? So, and then she kind of started with the freezer meal workshops. She's like, "Oh, I think that's what I want to do." And I'm like, "I've never done them, so you tell me how they work, and then we can figure it out together." And that's what she did. And, she was seeing that she can do a lot more, and the income was coming in, and that, I think that's when, she realized that maybe I should try a party here and there. And here she is, our next director. Go ahead, Lori.
Well, my story is a little bit different because mine was a re-promotion. I promoted in Korea before I left. I think about 6-7 months after I signed up. And when we left Korea, my husband was retiring, so we didn't know where we were going. So I couldn't kind of look ahead and find things to do in the place we were going because we didn't know where it was. So I spent a month at my sister's, then we traveled to his mom's and his dad's, and finally we came to Huntsville. And during that time, I ended up going to conference. Conference was amazing. And I walked across as a new director, but I knew the month that I was walking across as a new director, I was probably going to lose it. So that was it was exciting, but devastating at the same time. So I knew I had to kind of kick it into high gear when I got back. So I started doing vendor events and networking groups and just anything I could do to get myself out there. I always have things in my purse that I can hand to people. I try to be intentional about conversations. When I first got here, I would pay my electric bill. I would go in person to pay it. I wouldn't mail it off because I'm like, I need contacts. I would go to pay our rent and all those different things that you just mail off. I did that so I could make contacts. And basically, just like everybody else said, if you want a promotion, we've got a dynamic team. We've got Donna, who is going for National Executive Director. We've got Claudia, who, is, always looking to move forward. And so they offer all sorts of training and support for you. And if you're interested, you can just grab on. They aren't going to force you to do it, but if you want to do it, oh my gosh, just listen to what they say and it will definitely change your life. I really like having the support of Liz and Troy. That was really nice because I would see of them recruiting and I'm like, "Ooh, I need to get on the recruiting train. I need to catch up to them." Or, they would have, sales in and I'm like, what do I need to do? I got to get some sales in, because it wasn't like it was like I had to beat them or anything. It was more like, "Ooh, I'm falling behind. I need to catch up. I don't want to be the one left behind." So that was a lot of fun to be able to just have them around. all of us, them posting what they were doing and me posting what I was doing and Claudia cheering us on. And then we were going, for the big thing too for Claudia, which is to become a senior team. So that was really awesome because if we met all of our goals, then that meant Claudia reached her goal. And it was just, we were just feeding off of each other. It was a lot of fun. And so that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you guys. You guys
I
are
remember there were a
awesome.
couple times that we joked about it being like a friendly competition, but not competitive.
Yeah, not at all.
Friendly competition is good.
It was fun though, because it was like, oh my gosh, they're doing this. I better do something. What are you guys doing? And so, they'd tell me what they were doing, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do some more because by golly, I need to catch up.
Yeah, you just didn't want to be the one to fall behind.
I didn't want to
we
be
were like neck and neck the whole month.
Well, and the other thing that I think is important is that we were in communication with each other all throughout the month and all throughout the process. And when we were finding out what each other were doing that was working, right? So that, again, we could make those immediate changes. I know sometimes when you want to do things differently, you kind of think you have to wait to do it. But I think one of the things I really, really learned in this process is implementing changes immediately, right away, not waiting, just trying it, just noticing if something I'm doing isn't working, just trying something else that someone else is doing that is working immediately.
The other thing too is like, as you're going through this process, it's not like it's all ups, you're all yay, great, everything is wonderful. There are times that I was down in the dumps and I didn't really want to, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to do anything, everything's falling apart, nothing's going to happen, oh my gosh. But those are the times that, Claudia would talk with me and kind of grab a hold of me, and it was like, I couldn't see ahead, but she's like, do this and this and this and this, and have you tried this or have you tried that? And she's always got ideas, and I'm like, no. And every time, regardless, every time I got done talking with her, I was like, oh, I felt more empowered than anything. I was like, okay, I guess I can do this. Let me refocus. So she's great at refocusing you, especially if you're down in the dumps. And there are times that I'm just like, oh, it's horrible.
You crack me up. But yes, definitely.
Because I'm truthful.
Yeah, right. Definitely, whether you are going for a promotion or whether it's a daily thing in your life, as long as you communicate with us and tell us what's going on, we are able to help you. If you just don't talk to us and you're like, oh, my host canceled and this show didn't work out the way it was supposed to be and it's the end of the world. As long as you talk to us and we can talk it through, we're going to find out why things happened, so that way they won't happen again. Okay, so if you have a party where nobody shows up, we can talk about why that might have happened, right? Or if you have a party where no one listens to you, maybe we need to work on your show outline. So everything kind of has a reason, and you're going to learn as you go, especially if you're new consultants. You're going to learn from every show, and you're going to be like, next time I won't do this anymore. I'll switch it up. So definitely be in communication with your director so we can help you achieve whatever it is that you want from your Pampered Chef business, whether it's one show a month, whether it's discounts, whether it's promotions, whether it's an incentive trip, whatever it is, so we can help you. But yeah, awesome. So we are excited for you guys. And if anyone else is interested in promoting, you could have just started today, or you could have been in this business for 2 years. We always have programs in place whenever you are ready to step it up. All you have to do is tell us, and we will help you get there. Okay, so we are going to go over our recognition. And Charlie, that means you're on.
All right. Good evening, everybody, or good morning, whatever it might be to you. So before I go over all our recognition, I'm going to let you know I mailed off a huge box over to Troy Newcomb just yesterday, or actually no, last Thursday, I'm sorry. And so there is a huge box coming over for everyone on the Newcomb team. There's swag for everybody on the whole Newcomb team in Korea. So I suggest when you open that box, you're not alone. So everyone else can open it together. Anyway, so we'll move on. So we have Bazaar bullet chain dollars. If you've seen the Bazaar train on the page, you've seen the swag. Everyone's seen this pictures of the swag? Everybody know what I'm talking about? Okay, we have a few people who probably don't. Okay, so swag is you can earn dollars to purchase items either for your Pampered Chef business. We have bags, we have aprons. There you go. That's what it looks like right there. And you can cash those in for different merchandise that you would like. And so we have several. You get $1 or $2 for every item. So if you earn the home office tablecloth, they have an incentive every month, and if you earn that last month, you get $1. And everyone who earned the dollar is Jess Smith, Lori Bedwell, Chantel Sims, Roni Rhodes, Chef Stephanie Fritz, Terry Stratton, Melissa Russell, Michelle Hager, Liz, Brianne Brown, Lauren Lawson, Leslie Ferris, Wendy Casanova, I'm sorry if I say my names wrong, Allison Chansey, me, Troy Newcomb, Brittany Weberly, Brenna Bennett, and Tara Belly. Good job, guys. You get your apron. Who's gotten their tablecloth yet? We got a tablecloth? No? Okay. So everyone earned that. You also get $1 for every $12.50 in sales. And that also means if you're a new recruit, you got $12.50. You only get a bullet train dollar, but you also get a 100 PC dollar. So that's awesome. So $12.50 in sales was Lori Bedwell, Melissa Russell, Michelle Hager, Liz With, Brianne Brown, Troy Newcomb, who earned $2, and Brenna Bennett. Woohoo! Nice job, guys. Awesome. And you also earn $2 for every new recruit. So we have Liz With, we have Kyla Henry, Lori Bedwell, who had 3, Wendy Casanova, 3, Melissa Russell, 3, and Troy Newcomb, 5. Woohoo! Good job, guys. And you have $1 for every $1,000 show. We don't know this month, but who's going to be next month? Who knows? And $5 for consistency bonus. That means if you sell $12.50 for one recruit 3 months in a row. So no one this month, that might be you next month. Or you can get $1 for bringing a potential recruit to a meeting, like this one. Any meeting, if you bring a guest, you bring a friend, I say, hey, chum, check it out. Then you can earn $1 for doing that. And you get a $5 gift card for Starbucks, Target, or AFES if you're overseas, whatever works. You get a gift card. If you set up a 3-way call meeting with your director with a potential recruit. And the people who did that last month, we have Melissa and Christy, Liz, and Sarah. Nice job, guys. What do you spend that gift card on, Liz? And the top 3 sellers of the team, are you ready? We have Troy at $25.66. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Go Troy!
We have Michelle Hager at $24.56. Michelle, woohoo! And Brianne at $22.83.
Woohoo!
And the top recruiter.
Drum roll.
Troy with 5. Woo!
Troy's going to
And
be featured
Melissa.
as a top recruiter for the whole company next month, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
It's pretty exciting.
Nice. And we have Melissa, Wendy, and Lori with 3. Nice. Good job, guys. I have to say that when I saw Lori this summer, she said that she could not do it. And she didn't know what she was going to do. So good job, Lori.
Awesome. So congratulations, guys. If you're local, you will get your Bazaar bullet train dollars at our local meeting. If you're not, they're actually getting ready to be mailed. I'm working on them today and tomorrow. So definitely keep up with that. If I missed someone, please just let me know. I might have just missed your number. So please, if you think that I missed it, just let me know. Okay, so the training for this meeting wanted to go over host coaching. So last meeting, we kind of went over the show. And this meeting, I would like to go over host coaching. So whether you have 1 show or 8 shows on your books, we want to make sure that we host coach our hosts. Our hosts do not know how to have the perfect party. They do not know that they need to invite 40 to 50 people so a fourth of them show up. They do not know that the no's come first, and they do not know that 3 to 4 people will cancel the day off because things come up. If we can tell them all these things ahead of time, they're going to be less likely, to cancel because people say no. And if you have a happy host who has a $500+ show and she gets a nice free shopping spree and she's excited about all the free stuff coming to her house, she's going to be excited to rebook with you when the time comes, and she's also going to refer you to her friend, right? So with that being said, I would like to introduce Becky Wolfinger, who is my travel buddy. So Becky is not on our team, but I met Becky at my first incentive trip in San Diego. I met her and her husband, and we're like BFFs ever since then. So if you haven't heard of this yet, definitely recommend that. Always meet amazing people. And
Amen.
Becky is a top seller, so she earned excellence in sales last year. And Becky, I think I'm hearing myself twice.
I only hear you once.
Okay, so maybe it's just me. So she definitely does a lot of shows, and she has high sales. So that wasn't always my strength. So I went to her and I'm like, what do you do? Because I need something. I need help with higher sales. I need help with figuring out how to host coach all these hosts that I have. So I've been using her system for the last, I think 2 to 3 months, and I can definitely say that my show average has increased, and I feel a lot more organized and a lot less chaotic and like, oh, I have a show tomorrow, maybe I should send my host a recipe, right? So Becky, thank you for joining us tonight, and we're excited to that you're sharing your system with my team, and I'm hoping that they will implement some of these things, if not all of them, and adapt them for their hosts.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you guys for letting me come and speak with you. Hopefully I don't go too fast. I do speak really fast. That's just a bad habit. But let me tell you, I'm so jealous of you guys' team, first of all. You have an amazing leader in Claudia and in Donna, and she is just a wealth of knowledge, not only for you guys, but for me too. Where I am, I would say struggle, recruiting, and she's kicking my butt like she's kicking yours, trying to get me recruiting. So we've kind of paired up what our strengths are, and it's always great to have a buddy in this business to kind of help push you when you need pushed. So how many of you guys' show schedules are right where they want to be? Raise your hand. Nobody's got their hand up. Okay, well, it's time to work on that. How many of you guys have half of a show schedule where you want it to be? Okay, Troy. Okay, how many of you guys have a booked show for October? Okay, that's good numbers. We're getting there. So how many of you guys have been in communication with those hosts for October?
I'm my
Okay.
own host.
You're your own host?
Well, because we're moving, so
right? So you can talk back yourself.
yeah, I do it a lot.
Okay. Well, once you have your show schedule kind of where you want it to be, or you have shows that you're going to be working with, I can't stress it enough that it is so imperative to not only your relationship with your host, but all but if you have a connection with a host, they're going to bend over backwards for you, and they're going to be willing to do whatever for you. Okay. So when I do host coaching, for me, it's about a relationship with my host, not just a working relationship, but really getting to know them. That's what kind of separates me sometimes from other consultants, is that I truly want to have a connection with my hosts, because again, they're going to be ones in the future when you're struggling for shows or you need help with an incentive or something else that you can go to. Okay, you'll be able to count on them because you've taken care of them. They're going to want to help take care of you. Okay. So it all starts at the party with a booking, of course. Okay. And when I book my shows at my parties, I will always give out a host packet that night. Okay. For lots of reasons. If the host packet's there, you're giving them a piece of the excitement to look at. Okay. So when they get home, they can open that folder up and be like, wow. Okay. And you'll notice in my little system, I'm a little OCD, just a little. So my host packet looks, something like this. I know it's hard for you guys to see that. I do that because it shows that I'm putting thought and care into what I'm giving them. And I'm more likely to get my host packet back at the end of it because they know I've put the extra work into it. Does that make sense, everyone? I go as far as having the divider sleeves and the whole 9 yards in there because it shows care. And then I can reuse them for the future. If you're giving your host packet out at the shows, you're going to save yourself postage. I know people are like, well, I'll just mail it to my host. But guess what? You're going to pay like $5.60 for your postage to mail it to a customer. Where if you give that packet out to the host at the show, even if they cancel on you, you're going to save yourself about $4. Okay, with the materials that you put into it, in the long run, you're going to save yourself money. I have 4 kids. I'm cheap. Okay. So my host packet has lots of documents in it. First of all, there's a cover letter in there, basically just thanking my host, telling them how excited I am to do a party for them, and explaining that, I'm willing to do whatever to help them as far as what their friends' best communication is for inviting, okay? Now, I challenge you, don't just invite on Facebook, okay? We all know that it's hit or miss with Facebook. They don't always get those invites. Sometimes they see them, they don't respond to them. Whatever the answer is, I don't have a perfect answer for that one. A lot of times people see the invite and just choose to ignore it because it's easier to just not say no. If you only go through Facebook, you're going to limit yourself. Okay, maybe yes, they're inviting 50 people on Facebook, but you're not going to have the amount of people that you want at a show to have those nice sales at a show. Who would love to have consistent $1,000 shows? Right. We all would, right? Step into a house and make a couple $100 in a couple hours. That's my kind of show. So you have the host letter, which just explains that, yes, I will mail invitations for them. I will create a Facebook event for them. And I also create red stamps. Anybody familiar with red stamp? Okay. Well, red stamp is a picture invite that you can create. And it just makes it specific to that host. So many of our, I would say, the 20 to 40 age group are very into texting. Okay, would you guys all agree?
Yes.
So with this red stamp, you can just take that, you have created the invite, and then they can have a picture and send it out to all their friends. Okay, so it is a very, very nifty way to send it out in most people's accepted form of communication. I have in my packet a thing called Always Invite Frank, which again just explains how that they can get to 50 people by inviting. Incentives, I do a couple of different host incentives. And my big one is outside orders, okay? If they have $250 in outside orders when I get to their show, and Claudia's holding it up right now, then they will get a free stone from me. My free stone is the egg cooker or the small toaster pan, the cheapest of them, okay? Remember, you're going to add that one to their host discount, so you're not going to pay full price for it, okay? And then on top of that, you're going to get commission, and you're also going to be earning trip points on it. See, you got to be smart. So with that, think about it. If you walked into every house, they had $250 in outside orders waiting for you when you got there, what happens? The pressure is now off of your shoulders, and you can enjoy your party, okay? A good party, a party that is fun and exciting and something that they're going to remember, but they're not going to remember you if they can see the stress all over your face. Okay. And oh my gosh, is my party going to qualify? You walk into there, and if you haven't done a good job host coaching, you have 4 or 5 guests. But guess what? If they've already got $250 in outside orders, your show's at least qualified. That takes some stress away, and it allows you to actually enjoy the people that are there. Another thing that I have in my folder is a beat my best, okay? And that's just simply where I've taken my highest show ever. And again, it's an incentive. And let me tell you, if you don't have a $2,000 show, fake it till you make it, okay? There is nothing wrong with being a little creative. Lori's laughing at me. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit creative, and fudging the numbers sometimes, but it gets people motivated when you're willing to give them something, one of those bigger ticket items for, free. I mean, we all love free. That's what, free gets you excited. Okay. So that's the packet in a nutshell. Okay. Claudia has all my documents, and I know they're saved in Evernote that are, able to be shared with you guys. So that, if you want to make your own host packets, she knows my system. She knows how to do those. And, of course, I'm always available if anybody has a question. So once you've set the date for a show, okay, and when you're at a show, what I strongly recommend, how many of you guys run into the issue where, oh, yes, I want to book a show, but I don't want to do a date tonight. I don't want to set a date tonight. Ever had that happen?
Yes.
Okay. So, and then you walk away from it and you try calling them a week later. What happens?
They're still not ready.
Right. They're not ready. They don't answer the phone. They don't respond in a message. Never seen your email. Lots of things can happen. So what I like to do is tell them, well, let's put down a tentative date. Okay. And I always put pencil. Okay. It's always in pencil because, guys, let's face it, you put it in pencil, it can be erased and changed. I think of pen as permanent. And again, with my OCD, I don't like to scratch out anything in my calendar or my planner because it'll drive me crazy. So it's always in pencil until 24 to 48 hours later when I actually confirm that date with my host. Okay. So whatever the method is that they tell you that night when you're talking to them, again, all about connection, all about relationships. You want to find out what their preferred method of contact is, whether it's texting, whether it's email, whether it's a phone call. You find that out. That's how you're going to communicate best with them, okay? That's how you're going to get those responses from them. So 24 to 48 hours, you want to send out either an email or call them if that's preferred contact way and confirm that show date. And I know, again, Claudia's got a email saved, that you can just shoot out to confirm that party. Makes it really, really easy for you guys, okay? So host coaching words. Again, I can't stress how important it is. Me, I do a lot of my host coaching via phone. I know Claudia does a lot through messaging, and that's okay. Again, you have to find out what the preferred contact is. I live in an area where we have an older community, okay? So what do you think their best way of contact is going to be? It's going to be the phone. So we all know the dreaded 1,000-pound phone, right? Nobody likes the phone. But I have to pick that phone up to do whatever's best for my host. So in there's also my host coaching words, okay? So it breaks it down for you, whether it's a text message, whether it's a phone call, step by step what words I'm sending to actually help you through your coaching with them. Sorry, my technology is not working very well. La, 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 la. I'll sing for you. Okay. So host coaching words, again, it's all about the connection, all about the relationships that you're forming with them. I would think in my system, I think the most important thing that I do, and I know something that Claudia's changed also that's really helped her, is the very last step, okay? And that is my 48-hour phone call before my party. When I initially set it up and I do that confirmation of their date, I let them know that I will want to, at least if their best way to contact is, via Facebook or whatever, I tell them at least one time, and preferably the 48-hour phone call before their party, I would like to talk to them. Okay. This lets me hear the excitement in their voice. It lets me show them my excitement to do their party. It also is a very important step for me because that's when I'm finding out what their head count for their show is. Okay. So at 48 hours, if they tell me when I call them, I only have like 3 people. Okay. I'm never going to cancel a show. Okay. That's not going to happen. I don't care if it's just me and the host. I'm going to be there. Okay. Because I have made a commitment to my host to be there. And I feel like if I back out just because I have low attendance, what does that say about me? Okay. For me, if I've done a bad job, then that's going to be reflecting in the numbers. Okay. So when I have failed them, I don't want to make it feel like turn the script on them and make them feel like they failed. But that's a really important time because 2 days out, they still have time to pick up the phone, text their friends, message their friends on Facebook, email their friends, whatever their friends communicate best with, and get a hold of them and really, really push the inviting. Okay. And again, my hosts, I stress that 250 and outside orders, okay? If their friends, when they're calling them, are not able to make it, then, go ahead and get those orders. And then that's where I also create a red stamp for them, kind of a last-minute reminder that they'll then send out to their friends, okay? So I try to take it that extra step, and I know this sounds like a long process, but it's really not a long process once you get in, in good habits of it. It really becomes kind of second nature to you, okay? How many of you guys keep a paper planner?
Me.
Okay, so I would say over 3/4 of you guys do. Okay. So as I'm doing all of these steps in my little planner, I make little notes, like if their date is tomorrow, okay, and their little box is this big, I've got their show information written in that box. And I have little, like, Claudia's going to show you, I have little, like, a P that I've given them their packet. Their R for the red stamp that I created. I've done my host coaching call number 1. I've done host coaching call number 2. All of these things as I'm doing them, I just jot a little, R or P or whatever, and she's got all of my little notations down in my calendar so that I know I don't have to backtrack, but I know what I've done and what I haven't done. Okay. Again, it's all a way to keep myself organized more than anybody else because, I do on average 12 to 14 shows a month. And when you're doing that many shows, you have to stay on top of it. Okay. When you kind of let it slide or let it backtrack, you're just going to kind of fall out of the rhythm. And then guess what happens? You stop doing things that are working, and then your show starts turning around. Your attendance goes down, your, parties start booking, or you're canceling. And then what do you start doing? You start beating yourself up. Okay. When your energy changes, your business's energy is going to change. And that's just a natural process. If you're excited, like I know you guys all are right now because half of you promoted, you're excited about your business. Okay. And that is contagious, not only for your team, but for your host too. They're going to get in on that excitement and they're going to want to help you as much as they can. Okay. I sent Claudia yesterday a little document that I kind of made up in the beginning and I've shared with my team. And it's again, part of my OCD, but it's a little checklist for the month that you can use. And you can, if you don't use a planner, you can just check the little boxes as you go with, on the host coaching steps that I have. Anybody have any questions?
I just want to make sure that stuff gets shared because it sounds awesome. And I've seen yours, Claudia. So I want to get my hands on some copies.
Absolutely. And even if you just take part of it and change part of what you're doing right now, it's better than not making any changes at all.
Right.
You're going to find what is going to make you successful because just because my system works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you necessarily. But if there's something in that system that starts to work, then it's worth it. right? Wouldn't we agree with that? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it, just to kind of take a look at it and just kind of mold it to whatever, however your business is going right now. But host coaching, I mean, once you can break through the host coaching, that's what's going to happen when your shows hold and you have all the guests, the bookings are going to naturally come, okay? When you have the people at your shows, then you're going to book 2 shows per show, and that's what you want. You have 1 to replace the show that you're at right now and 1 to grow, okay? Just like we're recruiting, okay? It goes hand in hand. It's the same thing.
How many host packets do you have pre-made?
I sit here about, I don't know, every couple months, and I make about 50 to 75 at a time, just so I don't have to worry about it. And I catch everything on sale. So like when school supplies are big, I went to Target and I got all my folders for, I think they were like 10 cents a piece or something. So I will, grab them up right there. And I do consistent colors. Like my cooking shows are all green, because green means what?
Money.
Money. That's right. Another reason I do green is because it's a bright color. So if it's buried on their desk somewhere, it's still going to be easy for them to notice. Okay. And then I have a separate packet for my catalog shows. And I do that one blue just because, I'd rather it be green.
And I do have everything ready to go and be posted on Evernote, all the files and everything.
Good.
Yay!
And I do want to add, I always like to say you make your money during host coaching and you go pick it up at the show, okay? So just because you have a show doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make a lot of money. So we need to make time before the party to coach our hosts or encourage our hosts to have the best party they can have. It is our job to make sure that they have a successful party. That is our job as a consultant, to train them how to have a successful party.
Can I just add, your hosts will work just as hard for a successful party as they will for a non-successful party, okay? It doesn't take any more energy into having a good party if they have a supportive consultant behind them.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Do you guys have any more questions for Becky while we have her tonight?
No.
Okay.
Becky, I'd love to connect with you on Facebook, but I'm looking at Claudia's friends list and it's not available for me to search. So what is your last name?
On your Bazaar group, I'm on there.
Oh, you're in the Bazaar group. Okay, I should be able to find you there. Then.
I
Okay.
steal her ideas.
It's okay. We all share, right? We all, when you guys see things posted and you're like, Claudia, can I steal it? I'm like, you don't have to steal it. We all got it from somebody else, so it's all good.
That's right.
Okay, thank you so much, Becky.
But yeah, you're very welcome, my dear. Thank you.
And if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me and I can, if I can't answer it, I'll ask Becky as well. But even if you're not going to take all of it and maybe just take one thing and try that out, and you want to make sure you track your shows, track what you're doing so you can see if your show average is going up, if your attendance is going up, if your sales are going up, and you can test different things. Just like any other business tracks their report every month and every year, you want to constantly do that with your business as well. So whether you have 1 show on your books or 10 shows on your books, try it. Definitely give it a try this month, next month, or fall, for our fall selling season, and see what it can do for your business. But again, I will be posting the link after this call on our team page with all the attached documents, and you can edit it to whatever you like and play around with it. Troy, do you have time for the monthly specials?
Yes. Okay. So it really is kind of exciting how we have a company that offers all these really neat incentives. So first of all, this month, as a consultant, we have the opportunity to earn a deep pizza dish stone a deep dish pizza stone, round stone, when we submit $1,000 in sales. So again, just for doing our job and just for having shows, which we already want to do anyway, we're going to be rewarded. And this piece is an anniversary piece. So apparently this is a piece that was a cornerstone piece in Pampered Chef for 10 years. It retired and they're giving it to us, and it just makes me wonder if maybe it's going to pop up as a special in December for customers. Usually when they give us something, it will somehow relate to our ability to share Pampered Chef with other people and to share new products with other people. So we'll see. I don't know anything about that. That's total speculation. Also this month, for our customers, we have a really wonderful opportunity for them to support the American Cancer Society. So when they, again, just while they're doing their shopping, while they're doing their everyday shopping, when they spend $75, they get a Help Whip Cancer scraper. I know that a couple months ago there were some people that earned those scrapers, but we can also purchase them from our supply if that's something that we'd like to do, so that we can bring it to shows to get people excited about it so they can see. It's a really large one. It's different than like the little holiday ones that are smaller and short. It's got a nice wooden handle, and it's also got measurements on the back of it, which is really helpful. So that's a special that's available for our customers this month who spend $75. And we have an excellent recruiting special this month. So for any new recruit who starts on your team this month, they can get a 50% rebate on their kit. So when they join this month, all they need to do is get $1,250 in their first 30 days of sales, $1,250 in sales in their first 30 days, and then they can get a rebate check for half off their kit. And that also is on top of them earning 100 Pampered Chef dollars when they hit that very same marker. So they're basically getting $600 worth of product for free at that point. So that's an exciting thing to be able to share. And husbands really like that a lot because they like to see that dollar, that rebate check, that dollar amount come back. So those are the exciting things we have. And the other thing that I want to say around, and I can't, it doesn't look like I can share my screen, but there is, and it's on the Bullet Train Facebook page in the files, but we actually have a holiday earnings sheet which you can share with potential new consultants, because if new consultants start this week and hold only one show a week, they can earn $1,000 between now and the end of the holiday selling season. So that's kind of really exciting. I think, to just, even if they're just holding one show a week between now and the end of the selling season, they will have over $1,000 in their pocket. So they'll have not just earned the incentive, but they'll also have real cash to be able to spend for the holidays. And those are our specials for this month.
Awesome. Thank you. So we were talking earlier a little bit about directorship, and I did kind of just real quick want to mention that our hashtag Get Your Leadership program is still running, and I actually confirmed today that we can still add people to it. So if you want to promote, which means you want to have your own team and you want to make extra money and work smarter, not harder, right? You can still participate in the program. The only requirement is that you have 6 to 8 shows on your calendar. If you have the shows, then we can help you perfect them, then we can help you recruit, then we can help you get more bookings, okay? But we need those shows on the calendar. So if you need help or you need brainstorming ideas on what to say or who to ask to get those bookings, definitely let us know so we can try and help you with that. But I did want to mention that we have 4 people from our team that are on there, which is Melissa, Brienne, Christy, and Allison. So these guys are on this program, so let's cheer them on as they work hard, because it's definitely not easy. We all have bumps along the roads. And again, if you want to join, just let me know and I can get you in the program. And the last thing we kind of wanted to go over with is one more announcement about October 15th. Alyssa, are you ready?
Yeah. So October 15th is International Cooking Show Day, and they're running some, a little bit of a promotion for the hostesses. They want all of us to try and do some sort of business building activity that day. And I'll get into why here in just a second. But for any home show hostesses that day, when you register your show, they're entered into a contest, and they are giving away 35 trifle bowls to 35 lucky hostesses. And I'm really jealous because I want one super bad. But the reason that we're doing all of this is, honestly, Doris Christopher asked us to. Doris Christopher, if you don't know, she is our founder. She started it in her basement in Chicago in 1980, and she was a home ec and stay-at-home mom that kind of had a bit of an entrepreneurial spirit, and she wanted to be able to provide professional kitchen tools to consumers through at-home shows. And so, she started it out of her basement, and 35 years later, we are one of the most recognized direct sales companies in the States and in a few different countries around the world. We have tens of thousands of consultants, and I know that all of us on this call at least have been impacted by her in some way, because I know that without her, there wouldn't be a Pampered Chef. I wouldn't have the extra income during this move, something for myself, because I was getting to the point where I felt I was losing myself to motherhood. I had kind of lost my identity and didn't know quite where to start. And with the move again, it's so much of my life is changing right now. And right now I feel like Pampered Chef is kind of the pillar that everything is spinning around for me. And so it's been just a gift for me. And I always am so thankful to Claudia for introducing me or reintroducing me to Pampered Chef. But we all have Doris to thank, because there'd be none of us without her. And so just for a second, I want you to take like 15, 20 seconds and just close your eyes and think about how Pampered Chef has changed your life. Has it extra income, extra time with your family, gone on some cool vacations? So when Doris is asking us all to do something business building on October the 15th, I really hope that we can all do it for Doris. I have 2 vendor events that day. So, that's my do it for Doris. But I'd love to hear what some of you guys are doing. Maybe on the Bullet Train page here, we can start sharing about what we're doing there, and how we're participating. And don't forget to register your shows, because one of our hostesses could be one of the ones to win.
Thank you. So if you don't have a show on October 15th yet, go out there, get one, host your own show, host a deep cover baker workshop, rock crog workshop, host a virtual party, whatever it is. Definitely try and have a show, and people are going crazy. Like, people are having birthday cakes and singing happy birthday to Paper Chef. So if you have something fun that you want to share that we can do, I'm definitely down for that. But so just let me know. Okay, so that sums up our meeting for October. So I would like to open it up for any questions that you guys might have. Any business questions, anything going on, any questions about any incentives for the month? Does anyone have any questions? No questions?
No, oh, there's no trying it. Is I will be there.
I am working on that.
I will be there.
I'm at least going to Austin.
Well, I can't wait to meet you all.
Okay, ladies.
Likewise.
If there's no questions, then go out, get whatever you want out of this business. And if you have any questions, as always, just give me a call or Facebook me. Have a good night, everyone.